Hey everyone, it's 10 Types back again with some more quality content. Yeah, I'm going to be covering some more Paldea Evolved decks. This time a Zoroark toolbox. So if you don't know what Zoroark does, it pretty much turns into any other stage 1. I think I played this on my channel before, but not this build. Now we have the new Luminous Energy and Reversal Energy. By the way, this is just a list I found online. There are a lot of them, and they're really cool, and this one really piqued my interest. But Luminous Energy provides 1 of every type of energy. Reversal, if you're down on prizes, provides 3 of any type of energy. So the idea is to use Reversal Energy with stuff like Titan doing 220, Student Arcanine doing 160 plus Burn. And they also hit different weaknesses. We have Mightyena to hit Dark weakness for free. Melmetal, immune to a Pokemon damage by Pokemon with abilities next turn. Very useful in certain matchups. Electivire here, which is spread-based attacker. We also have Miss Magius, which is another spread-based attacker, cheaper to use, and also has an ability where it does damage in return when it's KO'd. Hisuian Zoroark, instant KO, well, delayed KO. I don't know if this actually works in live. I believe it does, but there's a time when it didn't. You can also recover stuff. We also have Mabostiff, which essentially forces one of your opponent's Pokemon to the bench, or your opponent's active to the bench, and they send up something else. And then we have Flapple to punish decks with lots of abilities as well, doing big damage, specifically decks where there are a lot of engine pieces with abilities. And then we also play Artizone to search out our basics. Arazu here allows us to search out evolutions. We have some other supporters, recovery, stuff like that. Let's just hop into a game here. The deck's kind of complicated to play, but it's also really, really fun as well. So I'm excited. Yeah, Paldea Evolves a really cool set, so I'm happy that I'm getting to play it. Honestly, I'm getting a bit burnt out. I've been recording so much content. It's really fun, but because this is actually being pre-recorded, because I have I'm going away, so I gotta I just can't record for a few days, so I gotta pre-record content, which is cool, but I'm feeling burnt out, but it's just cool. That's it. This set has so many cool decks. I haven't gotten to honestly dig into the really cool stuff. That's new and interesting. This Zoroark deck's kind of new and interesting, but and I played Pao and I played some of the other new decks, but really the crazy stuff, some of the control stuff, which is really interesting. Veluza I want to mess around with some more stuff like that. I haven't gotten to dig into that too much, but this opening hand's pretty good here. So honestly, this is quite good. The big issue here is that we don't have draw beyond the first turn, which is kind of bad. Ooh, and Radiant Greninja off the bat, huh? That's not a deal for us, meaning we probably have to grab Manaphy. Oh, no, okay, it looks like it's just Gardevoir, so it's not an attacking Radiant Greninja deck. It could be Lawstone, though, which would be bad. So let's see, is it Lawstone, is it Gardevoir, is there something else? I predict it's one of those. Okay, it is Gardevoir. This matchup is honestly pretty solid. We have the Melmetal to attack with. We have the Mightyena to attack with. We have Flapple. Flapple's okay. We can also go for spread stuff. Right now, the attacker we're looking at in our hand that's the best is definitely going to be the Melmetal. The Electivire is okay as well if we want to use that. To do a 50, it does 50 to all the Pokemon. We do need reversal energies for both of those, though. And let's hope they don't get off to an insane start. Yeah, okay. That was a fine start for them, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. So I'm going to Battle via P-Pass. Grab, I guess, a Zorua and a Ralts, and then I feel like I should grab another Zorua. That's probably good, but I'm going to grab another Ralts. It's a bit of a riskier play, but I think it's okay. Grab this Ralts here. I could play Arazu here. I'll just hold it, though. We don't need to play it, so yeah, I like our position now. I'm a bit nervous. I would have liked to get another Zorua into play. Hopefully we don't get Iono'd here either. Our hand's actually quite solid. So let's just see how this goes. We're going to fall behind on prizes in the early game. That's almost definitely going to happen, but it should be okay. You see Mysterious Tail, so I wonder what they're getting. Okay, they get Level Ball. That's fine. They're probably going to get 2 Curlers into play this turn, I imagine. Theoretically, they could Ultra High Roll and get double Guardy. Oh, they get rid of Iono. It's kind of interesting. They probably just have another Iono in hand. Let's see. So they have the one Gardevoir, meaning they can attack this turn and grab a KO. But then they don't have like a draw engine or as strong of a draw engine. And I suppose they don't actually have the KO just yet either. They do need another energy, which they should be able to get, especially because they got rid of Iono. I'm sure they have like a research or something, or another Iono in their hand. So the deck we're playing is a bit vulnerable to like disruption. That it doesn't love it, especially in the early turns. Honestly, a lot of decks are. We see them get rid of another Curlia. That's interesting. Their hand's probably pretty solid then. Honestly, I don't know what they have in their hand that they want to get rid of a Curlia. We've seen them drop the Cresselia. Yeah, so Cresselia completely invalidates Mismagius, and it also hurts Electivire. So the Cresselia is annoying to have to deal with. We can deal with it, certainly. Okay, and they are going to Iono us, so that's fine. Well, hopefully. I don't know if it's fine, but it's probably going to be fine. Yeah, this hand's perfectly. This hand's actually much better than the one we had before. So I'll take it. In terms of attackers, Flapple could be good on the other side of this, probably grabbing a KO or at least doing substantial damage to the Gardevoir. We see the Mabostiff as well, which if we get a reversal, we can one-shot Gardevoir. Gardevoir EX is weak to darkness. So I'm trying to think. I think the other Gardevoir is not weak to dark. I don't remember. The one might be weak to metal. The typing is like weird. We see like the basics weak to dark, stage 1's weak to metal. And then I think one of the other basics is weak to metal. It's very confusing with the Gardevoir line, and because of just like weird stuff with how the Pokemon TCG handles types. So we see them stick energy on the Mew. So they're going to go with Cresselia. Oh, why are they going with Cresselia though? They're not going to grab a KO with this. And then they lose the Cresselia too. And then we can certainly KO the Cresselia with Flapple. So I'm honestly really loving our position here. It's quite good. They did. Okay, they can retreat. So they do grab a KO with the Cresselia. I'm still like liking our position, but yeah, we'll just grab the KO with, I think, Flapple. We'll see what we get, but they're going to KO our Vault as well. Okay, honestly, I'm completely fine with that. We're going to get ourselves another Vault, but it is fine. Now, also their energy is kind of in awkward spots. Another Luminous energy, though, that's cool. Aerozu, I'll grab. Let's see, what do you want to attack with? Of course, Melmetal's good. We need the attacker. We need Zoroark, and we need Curlia. So do Flapple, Zoroark, Curlia. I think that's a very safe route to take here. So I'll just do that. And in terms of basics, we do have 2 Mazuruas and our Ralts. And then we still have like a Miriam in deck. Then we can Zoroark, get rid of that Flapple, which is obviously our attacker, and then we'll get another Ralts into play. We want to like get into as good of a position as we can because we don't have active ways of searching out the energies. So I'll grab the Ralts. That's good. Obviously, if there's Ralts dies, it's not ideal, and it only has 60 HP. So that's something to keep in mind. And then I'm gonna switch this Zoroark into the Flapple. There we go. Also, Zoroark can like kind of glitch out sometimes, but I think it's fine. So Acidic Mucus hitting, for 200. Also, you can use the Fighting Tackle attack on Flapple, which is okay from time to time. I've never used it, but it's something you can do. It does 160 to a V, so that's fine. We hit another Battle VIP pass. That's obviously kind of useless. I could just Iono this hand. We could attack with Flapple again, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And we're going to Iono at 5, which is just solid. We do need another Zorua. So, honestly, I could see this list running another Miriam. Miriam's quite solid in Zoroark because you're not only pitching your attackers when they get KO'd. Well, you're losing your attacker when it gets KO'd, but you also lose the Zoroark every time. So you essentially get rid of 3 Pokemon every time, which is kind of risky. Miriam does recover 5 Pokemon, though, which is really insane and just a ton. So I love that about it. Honestly, Miriam's one of the best cards from the Scarlet and Violet base set, in my opinion, because of its immense amount of Pokemon recovery. So you can just play 1, maybe 2 if you have to, and just get back so many Pokemon. It has just amazing synergy with Zoroark. But yeah, we see my opponents just like doing their thing here. But I think we're in a good spot. I don't remember how many boss we run, though. I don't think it's a super high count because it's kind of awkward to use boss at the right time because it just... I don't know. We need some room for other stuff here, so it's kind of risky. But we see Curlias. Also, we're not a list that runs Force Arena. I don't run the Serena Breaks and thing, because I don't know. I just don't think it's that good. We don't run double turbo energy either, which could be good in this list, but obviously it's just not ran here. Anyways, what are they gonna like do? It doesn't really matter that much. We can literally. Oh yeah, so Gardevoir is weak to metal, which is actually. I don't know if that's like good or bad, but it is what it is. And then we're gonna see them attack. They're probably gonna attack with the Gardevoir. This is where Melmetal would be super good. Again, Flapple's okay though, so it's fine. I'm still not sure if we want to Iono here, because we really need the Zoroark into play. Because if we just don't have an attacker, that's just bad. But you see that they have like a lot of HP on the Gardevoir remaining, so it doesn't really matter too much. We're just going to see the attack. So I might just play it safe, draw as many cards as I can, also reduce their hand a little. That's kind of nice. And then, let's see, we see Mightyena. I mean, that's okay. I'm just going to Flapple for now. Again, I'm nervous because we need that we need a Zoroark. We're down 2. We got 2 left in deck still. But I'll just Iono. And we also would have liked to get those cards in the discard, but as I said, I just didn't think it was like viable there. So we do. Oh, this hand's actually quite good. So good, in fact, I don't know what to get rid of. I could search something out, or I could just bench 2 Zoroarks. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I could get rid of the level ball. I'm going to play Zoroark. I want to see what's in the deck. Mismagius is pretty awful here as like a spread option. So I'll just grab... well, we could grab Mismagius, but I'll grab another Zoroark. We'd also take a prize. We get a couple of we got a Zoroark in hand. So I really like this position. We have reversal. If we draw into something like Aerozu, that'd be nice. I don't remember if our Galade's in deck. But if it is, we could grab whatever supporter we needed off of that. Zinnias. Okay, that's okay. But we, as I said, don't want to discard these cards in our hand. We could discard an energy if we have to, but obviously it doesn't feel great to discard an energy. Luckily, it does look like we are playing from behind this game, which is actually good, meaning that reversal will be active pretty much the whole time. We see them send up Gardevoir, though. It's kind of interesting. I guess because it's the only attacker they have at the moment. They're also kind of low on cards in deck. They get rid of Palpat, which is interesting. We're less likely to get Iono'd then. They haven't played any boss yet, though. Not that they need to, though, because like Flapple is definitely the thing they're scared of right now. Gardevoir being weak to dark is nice, so I'll probably just have to push with Zinnias, see Super Rod back. I guess the Gardevoirs and stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot it doesn't show. That's an issue. Like it's a big issue that it doesn't show you the cards it recovers. I hope they fix it at some point. It doesn't say on the card, but the ruling is, I'm pretty sure, that you have to show it. Even if it's not, like, it just becomes very impractical. And live is a game. It's like an online game, which means that the whole point of it is that it's more practical. So I hope they fix that. Live still has a ways to go, but, it's playable, which is more than it was in sometimes in the past. Anyways, looks like they're just going to attack Mightyena and... what else? Mightyena and what's the other dark one? Mabostiff. Both of those will allow us to grab the KO here. So we'll get rid of the Luminous energy. I'd rather not, but I kind of have to. So I'll do that because Flapple isn't grabbing the KO. Flapple's not even that bad here, but it's not grabbing the KO. So some Zoroark. I hope the top deck's something we can afford to get rid of. Yep, 100%. So, or I could actually curly away the Mana Fee first. I'm going to do that. I feel like that's a bit of a better option, so we don't have to discard as many important cards. We see a Melmetal. Oh, Melmetal's actually quite good here as well. I'm going to Zinnias away the Melmetal and the Luminous. I think that's okay. Then we see the Mabostiff. So I'm going to get rid of... And we see Artzone as well, which is solid. We have Electivire. Electivire actually allows us to do a lot of damage to their side of the board as well. We have so many good options, but grabbing the KO seems good. Getting immunity also seems good with the Melmetal. And we are down on prizes, so the reversal is active. I'm going to get rid of the... I want to get rid of that Gardevoir. Actually, no. I'll get rid of the Electivire here. I think that's fine. That's kind of useful. Artizone, anything we can get out of that. I don't think they're gonna get much value out of it, so I don't mind it. No, we don't have anything to get off Artizone. We can take a peek into the deck though. It'll be useful with Miriam as well. We have Gallade, which is cool. I'm plenty of draw for the future, so I'm just gonna go in with Zoroark, and I think we still have we have a Zoroark left in deck, so I'm gonna Phantom Transformation into Melmetal. I think this will cause a lot of problems for them, although it will allow them to get into a better position. They essentially have no way to attack. They do have the Ralts. I'm gonna make the call though that they're not gonna go with the Ralts. Let's do the weird glitchy thing where let's just choose a different Pokemon. Like, can I now choose Electivire? It's very strange. Anyway, I'm gonna choose Melmetal. Oh, I hope that. Did you guys hear that? I hope you didn't hear that. Wait, did they fix the metal sound glitch? No way. Let's go. Okay. Anyway, so we're now immune to Pokemon with abilities next turn. There's a whole lot of not much going on. We drew a lot of cards though. The deck's setting up pretty well. So I'm very happy about that. But again, I'm very nervous. They could theoretically just KO Curlia, Zorua as well. I highly doubt that, but that's possible. They've gotten into Palpad, so I'm not even sure if it's possible. But I like our position, but we can't actually attack with Melmetal forever. They're going to use Artizone. Probably grab a Ralts. Yeah, they might have a Ralts in deck. Oh, no, they're going to grab Cresselia. Okay, that's fine as well. Oh, Cresselia's annoying. Because Cresselia will essentially bypass Melmetal. It's not the end of the world, but I'm still not happy about it, certainly. So you're going to Fog Crystal. They're also low on cards in deck. I'd really love a Mill card in this deck because, I don't know, that just seems fun and kind of cool. Anyway, they're retreating to Guardy. They retreat the Guardian to Crest. How many energies are they down? They are down enough to put energies on all their guys. That being said, it's only a 120 snipe, so Crest won't actually grab the KO. Some grab Battle VIP Pass. 8 cards left in deck now. Oh boy. And Crest, doesn't even have an ability anyway, so they can literally just Lunar Blast us if they want, which is probably fine. Guardy. Okay, that's fine. I don't know. I'm hoping, honestly, that they deck out now. Also, the way when you evolve and do stuff with your Pokemon, the effects are super glitchy. The damage counters aren't showing up right. And then there's these bright flashing things, which isn't great. Oh, they're gonna candy their Ralts though, putting another Gardevoir EX into play. That's really surprising. I'll take it, but that means I can just KO both Gardevoirs. They only have 5 cards in deck as well. As I said, they're very low on cards in deck. And I don't know if they have ways of conserving that. They do have Iono, but it's very close. If they have Iono, they're fine, but they might not. Anyways, we'll see. Are they going to KO us? They might not. They might just hit into Melmetal, or they might just KO us. They could, KO the Zorua. That would make a lot of sense for them to do, but I don't think that's the best strat. I think they're probably going to go after the Melmetal. No, the KO a Curlia. Wow, I was not expecting that. Sure, it has a value, but, I don't know. I'm surprised about that one. I'll take it, though. Cresselia is something we really need to deal with, though. Mismagius isn't great here. Cresselia just kind of invalidates it, so I'll get rid of him. Boss Stiff. Well, these cards aren't great. Nest Ball. Let's see what we got in deck. Not much, really, which is unfortunate. We just don't have much going on. Apparently, them getting rid of the Curlia did hurt us quite a bit there. I'm going to Boss's Orders. I'm going to KO something. I'll KO the baby Gardevoir, I think. That sounds annoying to them. And it does have lots of energy on it, too. So I like that. I don't love it, but it seems good enough. Hopefully. It might not be good enough. We really need to get rid of this Cresselia at some point. And Iron Ingot and Ingot Swing isn't enough. We could have just hit into them that turn. Maybe that was the play, actually, to get rid of that Cresselia, but honestly, I'm just not sure. The Cresselia is such a pain. It can be very good because it goes through effects, essentially. Yeah, this game's coming down to the wire. Because this deck does always have to play from behind, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is how the deck works. So now we Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I guess we should hit into crest that turn and then KO crest in 2 turns with ingot swing. Oh, but they had the rod anyway, so it didn't matter. I think we're gonna lose, and they are getting more cards in their deck as well. So they're covering some Pokemon. I think, as I said, it doesn't show, which is like a big oversight. But who knows? Maybe they'll do something silly and lose. Do they actually have guaranteed game? Yeah, I think so. I think they can just Cresselia twice. They should. What they're supposed to do here would be to KO Curlia. They might not do. Oh, I should have played Level Ball to Thin last turn as well. Yeah, what they're supposed to do, what the best play would be to KO Curlia, because others we can go into Gallade, but then I can still Zoroark into something else, like Mabostiff or something. Yeah, they're going to KO the Electivire. It's annoying. It is what it is. And now Moonglow Reverse guarantees the game unless we're able to get Zoroark, which I hope we get. We did not. So, unfortunately, we lose this game here. Let me double check. Level Ball, what's in there? Oh, yeah, we couldn't have thinned anything with Level Ball. Anyways, this is where the Slowbro also would have been good. But they were just able to, like, counter Engine. So, as I said, I think this deck's very good, though. I'll just attack once more, and then they'll finish off the game. But, yeah, definitely try this deck out. It's very good. It's awkward to play, though, as well. And as I said, probably made some misplays. It's a very hard deck to... Or it's not a very hard deck to play, but it's a difficult deck to play. But it's a fun deck. It's also a very fun deck. Yeah, now they gotta like accelerate all this energy because they gotta do damage. But yeah, there we go. So they have game now. But GG's to my opponent. It's an interesting matchup because honestly, I'd say Gardevoir is probably this deck's most complicated matchup because there are a lot of like nuances. Cresselia, obviously, in that game just completely won them the game. But then you have like other ways of doing it, just various routes. I could have killed Cresselia, as I said, I wouldn't have won, but you know, it's cool. I hope you enjoyed the video though. Definitely try this deck out. It's very fun. There are other builds, but I think this is my favorite so far. Again, it does struggle actually if you're winning. It struggles to like close out games and stuff, but it's cool. But I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I'm excited to see you in the next one. See ya.